I had to make the decision that involved more help. But for a month, all I kept thinking about was what I was getting for my money compared to the money that I was paying out. And I'm not getting much. I'm $4,000 off from what they wanted for what they supply me. And I'm starting to feel guilty that I'm not using them. But I can't. While I have a daughter, I cannot use these people. But their explanation was to me that everybody that wants to get to certain levels have to use these people. And I don't see it. I've never seen it. For me right now, at this point, with what's going on in our business right now, when you sign with a manager, it's basically to have somebody answer your phone calls and call you and go, this is what's going on. And I really don't want that.
Yeah, it seems like stuff will get misinterpreted.
I don't want an answering machine. I can't pay you to be an answering machine. I can pay you to do work.
Right.
I'll always pay you to do work.
But you don't need an answering machine.
But I'll pay you what you're worth. I'm not going to overpay you for what you're supplying me. I can't overpay you when you're taking a message from somebody and somebody else is doing the work.
Right. That's understandable.
I just can't do that. I can't do that. And I don't want to sign with a manager unless I really need one, or unless a guy is getting me auditions every day and I'm working every day. Then I don't mind giving them a piece of the package. But I just can't give you a piece of the package for relaying messages to me. You know what? I do all this stuff myself. And I like staying on top of it. I really enjoy staying on top of it. It keeps me sharp.
Do you think you need one? Like, I know you said people will say that, but I think a lot of that is just not even the status. I'm sure a lot of people say, oh, there's status with having a manager, but there's just, people just do what everyone else does. I think that's what a lot of everything is.
You know, when you look at these IMDb's, these people have publicists and lawyers on staff. And listen, bro, that costs a lot of fucking dough. It's cool to have, so when people look at you, they go, oh, but you know what? That cost at the end of the year. Those publicists are basically the biggest rip-offs in the world.
Yeah, it's like thousands of...
A publicist, if you're thinking about getting a publicist or you ever wondered what a publicist does, let me tell you what they do. They do nothing. They do absolutely nothing. It's like taking a dollar bill and lighting it on fire, and you can't believe that these people have offices, because there's a little job, and it's called like the Tonight Show and premieres and shit like that. And these people schedule like your cars. These people schedule like your radio interviews. Like, you know, they'll call these stations, and they do. Some of them do a great job of it. Some of them have access to everybody. I don't mind paying you the dough, but I want you to call Howard Stern right now at home and tell him he needs to have me on the radio station tomorrow at 10 to 9. If you can't do that, you're not worth your weight in gold.
So you want the best?
Yeah, you always want the best, but none of them could do that. When I go on your Twitter page as a publicist and you have 10,000 people, I can't pay you any fucking money. But they pop up every 3 weeks in Hollywood. I get a request from a different publicist. And sometimes I fuck with them. I ask them how much they are. You would not believe what the numbers are. 6,000, 5,000 a month.
A month?
A month. And you sit there and giggle because there's nothing they can do for you in this economy. What are they going to do? Get me on 3 more radio stations? What are they going to do? Get me on a cover of a magazine? Look at my face. What are they going to do? They're not going to do nothing. Most people use a publicist. Let's say if you want to be on TMZ, right? I could call a publicist right now and say, listen, go to Jerry's Deli. Call Jerry's Deli and tell him Joe Diaz wants to make a reservation. And they'll have TMZ there. So when I get there, TMZ will be there. And I act surprised.
It's crazy, though, because...
That's what publicists do for people at home. That's what the new thing that they do out here is. Some people want to be on TMZ, so they hire a publicist, and they'll go, listen, I'm going to go down to fucking the Comedy Store. Like, they're always at the Improv, TMZ.
Yeah, the cameraman.
And if you want to see him, you could see him. If you don't, you slip out the side door. I don't see him. I never see him. I don't want to see TMZ. They're not nice people. They're not the nicest people in the world.
Really? They're not?
No, not at all. They'll start a conversation with you on a nice edge. It takes a certain person to be those people. They start a conversation with you on a nice tone, then they push the envelope a little bit, like try to be cute, and it's a cute I don't like. And you end up hitting them in the head with the camera. Now you do 10 years of time. So I just don't even like talking to any of them.
So yeah, you just avoid.
I just avoid them like the plague.
But don't you think like the high A-list level celebrities, if they wanted to get on Stern, could just call themselves?
No, well, let's say Clooney. Clooney could fucking do whatever the fuck he wants.
Right.
But there's some A-listers that, I don't know, maybe they want to get exposed for a movie, like a movie's coming out on Friday, so they want TMZ to see him somewhere. You know, there's 1,000 different scams, what they do.
It's amazing.
None of them which interest me. That's the problem.
Right.
None of them which interest me. When I did Grudge Match, they fucking made me hire a publicist. It was like throwing away my money. I fired that bitch New Year's Day, that hook-faced bitch.
Oh, Jesus.
She was one of the ugliest women. She was the creepiest fucking broad I ever worked with in my life. And she had gotten married, and her wedding pictures were on Facebook, and she made her husband dress in white, and he was no better looking than her. And they were all holding hands with a bunch of ugly friends dancing around a circle in Hawaii barefoot. And they're all Jews, but they're the ugliest Jews. Like, these are the Jews that, I don't know what happened to them. Like
I feel like you look at this stuff as you're signing the checks just to piss you off.
What do you mean?
Like, you look at like the pictures on Facebook. You look at like the stuff that annoys you.
No. Before I checked her out, I had to look at her Facebook. And there she is dressed in white. She probably sucked 80 dicks. And there she is dressed in white in Hawaii. She talked this poor sap into marrying her in fucking Hawaii in the sand. Meanwhile, some fucking dirty white kid from Rockland County's been fucking her in the ass for the last 8 years. She talked this fucking ugly dude to marry her and all her ugly friends, and they're in fucking Hawaii, you know, holding hands, spinning around in a circle like somebody gives a fuck. You know. What was I thinking? And usually I don't listen to them. Usually when people say, like, I can't. But I thought the people at Grudge Match were very nice, and they weren't lying to me. I thought that the requests were going to come in for something. I didn't fucking know. No request came in for nothing. I said, she goes, what do you want to do? I go, I'd like to go to the premiere and take my 7th grade fucking teacher. She goes, I don't know if that'll fucking happen. She goes, and if it does happen, you have to pay for your hotel and airfare. So what did I do? I hit fucking Peter Siegel up on an email, and he took care of everything for me.
Yeah, so
he paid for a plane ticket. I upgraded it to first class, I think. It didn't really fucking matter. At least he made an effort. I got a hotel myself for 2 nights, and they paid for 2 nights or some shit. And I went to see Grudge Match with my 7th grade teacher and one of my friends. No big fucking deal, all right? And I fired her. I was fucking furious after that because she didn't call me and ask me how it went or nothing. So she always said, to fire me, you got to fire me on the 1st. I launched her New Year's Day at 6:01 in the fucking morning. She called me at home yelling and screaming, I can't believe you opened up my new year with this bad news. Listen, bitch, when I fucking got the plane ticket and the fucking hotel room for free, you were doomed. You were doomed. You just fucking saved me. You were going to cost me fucking $1,000. How can I pay you ever again? I don't even want you around me. You're just a lazy sack of shit. You didn't call nobody. They don't want to burn somebody's things. You got to go listen. This kid was in the trailer, correct? Yes, he was. Okay. We need his plane ticket in the hotel room. We're not asking for much. Base plane ticket. No biggie. 5, 6. You know what I'm saying? Just make it up.
Right.
Run with them as they're doing it. They got the money. It's Paramount. They got the money.
Oh, yeah.
They always got the fucking money. You just got to work them a little bit. That would be a real shame. That would be a real shame if a kid you put in the trailer, you couldn't at least give him a plane ticket. It was that easy. I said, Mr. Siegel, I just got to ask you something. It's that time of the year. The movie gets released Christmas Day. It's December 18th. The plane tickets are like $700. I want to know if the movie, he's like, you don't have to be embarrassed. You got it coming to you. We put you in the trailer. Boom. I got a plane ticket and a fucking hotel for asking. So she didn't ask, Lee. She didn't ask. She just called me and said, no, they're just willing to give you passes. No, they're not. You never called, you fucking hook-faced bitch.
Jesus, and that's a job that she like that's weird that exists, that because that seems like something an agent could do, or like you were saying, a manager.
And today, all you need to do is go on your fucking Twitter and look that person up and hit them direct. All you need to do now to get rated, like in the old days, you would hire a publicist. Like I was thinking of hiring my friend.
Okay.
I've hired her twice, and both times I haven't talked to her for 90 days after that because she's that bad. She's that fucking stupid and retarded. And for some reason, I called her up. I know she needs dough, and I went to PayPal, and I go, hey, I'm going to send you $50 to see if my PayPal works. Even fate fucked her. The PayPal wouldn't work to her email. I go, that's fate. Fuck her. I never called her back. When fate fucks you in the ass, I can't call you back.
No.
The email specifically to her didn't fucking work.
That's fucked up.
It wouldn't even take 50 fucking bucks at PayPal, so I knew it wasn't met in the cards. I didn't call, because I was going to hire her for Boston and Connecticut to see if she could help us with newspaper article or print for Foxwoods, since it's the night of 9/11. And I go, you know what? The last 2 times I wanted to choke her, and I paid her because I love her, and I don't want to disrespect her, but I can't do it because there's always a story, and I'm not in the mood for stories anymore.
And if PayPal said no,
PayPal was like, don't send her the money. Don't do it. Don't do it.
It must be weird hiring people and having that, like, that responsibility. Because I can see opening the year, losing a gig is gonna suck, but that's not your responsibility. Like you can't pay someone just to be nice.
No, I have a fucking 3-year-old dog. Those days are gone now. Those days are gone, Lisa. I can't do it no more. I can't do it. I used to like help people out and stuff, and then people don't give a fuck. I can't do it. It's just every time I've had a manager in this town, except Jeff Getlin, it's been a disaster. It's ended bad, and at the end, it just cost me fucking money. They make out because they got paid. They always make out. I fired them. Big deal. I paid them for 5 months during my hottest movie or whatever.
And you're the one left with, like, the bad taste in your mouth.
Yeah, because it cost me fucking money. It was a mistake that costs you paper is a mistake you never forget. And then you do it again. And it wasn't that this guy's not a great manager. It's that for right now, what's going on in my life, there's not much going on for him to do. The contract goes through CAA. He's going to get it at the end, look at it, and go, okay. He didn't call the club. He didn't do nothing.
Right, so yeah, that's an unnecessary...
That's a necessary thing. Unless now he's got huge television contacts. Listen, dog, there's a new show on CBS about New Jersey. I know they need a garbage man. Boom, let me call the fucking executive producer. I went to lunch with him last week. I'll take him out to lunch. We'll get a writer to write you in a part. Something. Once a week. Even once a week, he's worth it, okay? He's getting me this, he's getting me that. I haven't done a movie in 4 or 5 fucking years, Lee. 4 fucking years. 2013, right? I did Grudge Match.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, 3 years.
3 fucking years, you know. So, if you're going to be my manager right now, my club work, my comedy shit is taken care of. I need everything else attacked. My comedy's taken care of. What the fuck are you giggling about? No.
Why did you like him? What did
he did an error.
I knew a second ago, but now keep going from where you told it, because then
You know that little forehead you got?